Hi! Surprise! I can't see anything in the chat yet. Maybe nobody's here. Maybe I'm completely alone. Gross. I look like a bush. New Fall Out Boy song? Ah yes, American Beauty, American Psycho. I liked it, which was very unpopular with some of the... I'm a real Fall Out Boy fan who liked the old, sad music. Love it when bands that I like make different sounding music. That's why I love My Chemical Romance, because they were always very guitar-y. You know, it's like the first one was so raw and emotional, and the second one was so, like, punky and fast, and then Black Parade was just so epic and theatrical, and then Danger Days was just so awesomely rocky and, like, a bit electro. So it's all My Chemical Romance, but it was all a bit different, it was all exciting, and I like Fall Out Boy for that. What is that on the back of your head? Oh my god, a polystyrene. I bought a mirror for my bedroom. I can't You know how I like to joke about my bedroom being incredibly messy? It's reaching critical mass. Like I cannot even begin to explain. Like at arm's height here, this isn't me reaching down. I can reach for this bit of polystyrene. That is how high the mess is in this room. I can simply place it like that. This is how high the mess is in my room right now. I have polystyrene coming up to here. It seems like there's a mild shitstorm coming on, which I'd like to get everybody to calm down. Okay, so I used the word anxiety in a tweet, and a lot of people got very dramatic. Anxiety is a word. It's the noun of the adjective anxious, which is a general emotion, you know, the feeling of dread that something may happen. People can feel anxious over a variety of things to a variety of degrees without having anxiety disorder, which is a medically diagnosed mental condition. You can describe situations with anxiety, like the night before the Teen Awards, I was filled with anxiety. I didn't sleep. It was really terrible. If someone is out and needs their phone to get home and it's about to run out of battery, they could be feeling anxiety. It's a perfectly fine use of the word. It's not a comment on anxiety disorder. It's just an emotion. It's definitely a very sensitive word that I'll refrain from using. If you want me to delete the tweet or edit the Facebook post, I can, no problem. I'm sorry if that offended you, but genuinely no offense intended. I think it's probably a misunderstanding. I'm quite a politically sensitive person and we're probably on the same side, okay? Oh my god. Oh, I don't know, do I want to tell you this? I was on the bus earlier, and there was an amazingly cute Jack Russell that had a little jumper on. It was wearing like a little woolly jumper, and I went, oh wow, that's really cute. And there was a woman that owned the dog, and she thought I was talking about her, and she was like, oh, thanks, like, I just kind of was giving her a general compliment like you'd give any random person, but as if it was a bit weird, like, why would I compliment what she was wearing? But I was talking about the dog. Oh, it was so weird. It wasn't that bad, because it didn't seem really excruciating, or like I was like, hey lady, you look cute. It was one of those ones where I didn't correct her, I was just like, and then afterwards I was like, I wasn't talking, okay, that's, oh. I love to take breaks from the internet when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm just immersing myself in a book or a TV show or something, just enjoying a bit of fictional escapism. But do you feel like whenever you're not on Twitter, you're missing out on something happening? Not this is a great example, but imagine if you didn't have the internet for 2 days and you just missed Alex from Target happening, and then the next day it's like, oh, everybody's talking about something. It's like that. Especially because I'm a YouTuber, I just feel like I'm constantly in danger of missing out on some giant joke that will happen, and then in 20 years everyone will still be talking about it. I was like, I wasn't there. What's Alex from Target to somebody? That's fine. That's okay. I love green apples, really hard, bitter, sour green apples that, you bite into them and it's like, in your mouth. I love those kind of apples. But the fact that all apples have a core, and you have to constantly be careful not to bite too far into the apple, otherwise it's like, what? The skin generally, it's like apple skins, it's just a bit chewy and they get stuck in your teeth. I'm just saying, apples are good, they could be improved. What about your icon? My bloody icon. Me changing my icon, it's definitely become a thing. I hate when things become a thing, because then all of a sudden they have all this meaning attached to them, and I have to pay all this attention to them and spend all this time on them because they become things. But there becomes a point where it becomes so much of a thing that I kind of think it's funny. So I'm not gonna lie, part of me doesn't want to change my icon for a while, because I think it's quite funny that it's become so much of a thing. But I think if I found the right photo, the thing is, like, it should be like my header. Really, I shouldn't give a crap about my Twitter icon. I should be changing it all the time. But it's been so long that I feel like there's so much pressure, and that people will be judging whenever I change it to so much that it's just so overwhelming. It's like homework. I'm like, nope, push it away, bury it, repress it under a wall of emotions. But maybe, I think, like, it's a terribly outdated photo. My face doesn't even look like that anymore. So I think what I need to do is I need to take a photo, and I need to use that photo on Twitter and Facebook. And Tumblr, to be honest, because what the F is that photo on my Tumblr? Dan, where are your earrings? I don't wear them when I'm inside, because they're giant bits of metal that go through my ears. I'd love to collab with Troy. My only thing is, you know, coming up with the original idea for it. To this day, I know it's stupid, and I know no one cares as much as me, and I care way too much about my integrity, because no one gives a crap, but it's just like, I wish I thought of something original for Tyler, even though the video was so good. I guess my original idea was the video that went on Tyler's channel, but I didn't want to put that on Dancing on Fire, so I guess that's my problem. I'd love to make a video with Troy. I'd love to make a video with Zoe. That's overdue, isn't it, to be honest? I think that me and Phil could get help. The thing is with gamers is their entire life is the gaming videos, so they can make a lot of them. And people like the Fine Bros and Smosh, they're actually like a big company that hire editors, which is how they can turn out so much content. I think me and Phil might consider hiring someone to help us editing with the gaming videos, but not in a way that would do it for us, because I'm very emotionally attached to them. It's just there's a lot of faffy things, like taking all the stuff off the camera, importing it to the editing program, syncing it all up. So if I could get someone to help me get rid of all that crap, then I can just do all the fun editing and adding all the Comic Sans, and then maybe we'd be able to make more videos. Don't think I'm implying someone else would edit the videos. I'd never let somebody touch my videos. I'm very protective of them. I just mean do all the long and painful, boring camera stuff. Who wants a job? Who wants me to hire them to do all the boring camera things that I'm really terrible at? I downloaded some sheet music the other day. I can't read sheet music, so unless there's a YouTube tutorial for a song and the only thing I have to go by is the sheet music, I spend hours printing out sheet music and transcribing the notes with a Sharpie in giant bold letters, note by note, until I finished the song. I did that for a couple Muse songs, and oh my god, I could spend like an entire weekend just going C, B flat, that's a D, E, and A chord there. The cheapest thing to make, just zombies that, oh my god, why are so many people Facebook messaging me? Oh, don't do that. What? Oh god. Interstellar, yes! I am wearing pajamas, in case you're wondering. Like, I can't even describe Interstellar in terms of how good I thought it was as a movie, because the experience that I had watching that movie was the best experience I have ever had watching a movie in my entire life. And I don't know how good the movie was. It was so overwhelming. I have never felt more emotional after watching something. I was just like, I was hollow. I was just an empty husk. I had been completely obliterated by this thing, and I was just like an evanescent soul just wraithing about after having seen it. I don't know if I'm ever going to watch that film ever again, just because I had such a beautiful moment with it. But I recommend it. When Kick the PJ was filming his Forever Train video, he was renting a space at Pinewood Studios, which is a movie studios in London, because they have like 100 different rooms that people can use to film in things there. All the people that were in the Forever Train went to the cafeteria of Pinewood Studios, and Logan Lerman, Brad Pitt, and Shia LaBeouf came into the cafe. We were all just sat there having filmed this Kick the PJ video when Logan Lerman and Shia LaBeouf in full army gear, having just filmed a lot of tank drama, walked into the room, and I was just like, it's just the shock. It's just when you're relaxed and you think you understand reality, you're looking at the walls around you, the floor, you have a basic understanding of physics and what you can generally expect from the universe in that moment. You don't generally expect Shia LaBeouf to walk through a door. So I was a bit like, for like 10 minutes. I love the way you say LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. Is it LaBeouf? Sorry, LaBeouf. Sorry, was I saying LaBeouf? It's LaBeouf. I remember Anthony Padilla thought it was weird when I called him Anthony once, just because a lot of people in the UK say Anthony, and I'm like, well, there's an H in the word. Why do British people say all these words wrong? American people spell words wrong, English people say words wrong. That's how the English language works out. What a great idea. I just like, the universe didn't deserve to virtually go on a date with all the members of One Direction, even if it was a white hand in the video the whole time. That's quite funny. I think that was obviously a complete oversight by anybody involved in the video. Like, we'll have a hand, and it's a girl hand, and it's a white girl. All of them are dating possibly the same white girl. I think they could have just had a glove, and it would have been fine being ambiguous. I thought it was quite funny seeing their reaction to that. Like, someone going, I'm not white. Why do I have to live vicariously through this date with Zayn Malik? There's a new Muse album in 2015 as well. Okay, stop everything. The Google conspiracy. So I hope all of you guys have seen the video on Phil's second channel, Less Amazing Phil, in which we were spending a day at YouTube, and we went outside, and we were in some strange wind/electrical vortex where our hair was standing on end. We were stood under a giant extractor fan from a restaurant, which I thought may be sucking the hair up, but it's definitely, like, looking at it, it's obviously static, because the way that our hair was standing on end was the exact, it was static. And you know the bit, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that in the video you can hear. What are we around? Okay, so this is Google. Okay, so this is Google. You can actually hear a static crack, which is the freakiest thing. So then everyone in the YouTube comments was saying that's what happens when someone's about to get struck by lightning. Like, that's all the electrons charging, ready to make contact with a lightning strike, which is a really great theory that I completely forgot, because it was definitely static electricity, but the day was completely clear, so it couldn't have been. And then all of a sudden, this other guy's video goes viral of him experiencing exactly the same thing, and then all of a sudden, all of these people are making little videos on their phone of their hair standing on end with this static thing, and it seemed like all the newspapers in the UK are linking to Phil's video. How weird is that? Like, I don't actually think that there's some weird Google conspiracy and that they've got some giant brainwashing machine that's doing weird electrical things. I think it's more likely that it's to do with the telephone wires or the electricity in the general area. Some people think that it's to do with the metal outside of the Google building, and people think that that is just attracting static electricity. All I know is definitely aliens. Basically. Are you a member of the Illuminati? Not yet. I will tell you when I get invited. I feel quite shunned that I haven't been invited yet, to be honest. Am I excited for Christmas? Oh my god, I just said it. 6 days, guys. 30 days of September. April, June and November. 5 days. What's that sound in the background? It's my road. It's my road. I have my own road. Aliens. That was a weird month song. That's the way that British kids in school learn songs. 30 days of September, April, June and November, all the rest are 31, except for February alone. It has 28 a year and 29 in each leap year or something. Doesn't really work, but you need to sing to get kids to learn stuff, don't you? Tips on how to be sexy, yeah. Can we talk about Sister Daniel? That was my zip jumper. You know my jumper that has the zip? I think we were having dinner with some friends. One of them was like, what happens when you unzip your jumper? So then I unzipped it, and then I pulled it over my head, and then I looked like Lady Gaga doing some kind of weird art pop thing. Sister Dan. It's that time of year where we're all like, we're like, oh, we need the Christmas break, so make sure you're relaxed. Do things you enjoy. Take some time out for yourself. Thanks for saying you love me. If aliens invited for tea, would you go? Yes. Scare Phil. No, he's in another room. Ancient aliens meme. Indeed. Okay. Bye, guys.